Hi all, on this video I'm going over the acoustic guitar parts for the Eagles song Tequila Sunrise. I had done a lesson on the solo for this song a while back, and you can check that out. I'll put a link down below. And as always, I'm going to put up the tablature on my website at jonathantorgrimson.com. And if you find all this helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here and give me a like, because that's helpful as well. On to the lesson. Alright, so let's jump right into it. And we're going to start with the intro right at measure 1 here. Again, you can grab the tab at my website at jonathantorgrimson.com. Now most of this is just some strummed chords, except you've got this cool little riff at the beginning of the song. We're going to grab a G chord, but what we're going to do is we're going to mute the 5th string with our 3rd finger, grab the 3rd fret on the 1st string with our little finger, and the again, the 3rd fret of the 6th string with our 3rd finger, and then we mute that 5th string, which leaves that 2nd finger free to play this little hammer on. And the way the intro gets played is... It's very similar to the verse, which we'll get into. Again, there's that hammer on. Alright, let's jump to measure 9, and we'll do a verse section here. We've got the same basic strum pattern here without the riff. This time a standard G chord. And we've got 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and with the right hand that's going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And we've got that little skip in there, that little 16th note thing that happens pretty much throughout the whole song. And it's, again, D7. Back to that G riff. And then we'll come back around and do another verse. So again, there's your verses. G to D7 to A minor to D7, and then finish it up with a little... Alright, moving right along. We go to the next section here. Now this is one of these great songs where it's really hard to pinpoint what's the chorus, what's the bridge, what's the verse. I love tunes like this. We'll call this next part the chorus, even though it only happens once. You might want to call it a bridge, but there's another part that only happens once. So which is the bridge? I don't know, but... sometimes that's a sign of great songwriting when you can't really put your finger on what is what, but let's jump into that next part, and we've got measure 17. Same strum pattern, but we go to the minor, we go to an E minor, and here we go. C, E minor, C, E minor, A minor, D7. Now there's a little variation in the end of that section away from that original strum pattern. It's not a big deal if you played the same strum pattern through those last 2 bars, but what they actually do there, if we want to be real particular, is on the D7 we've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Alright, for those who want to get it exactly as strummed, and I'm usually not that type of person, but for those of you who are, there it is. So again, that's the that section there, that in a tablature, is from measure 17 to measure 24. Then after that, what happens is we have the verse section again, which we already went over. And off the top of my head, I believe that happens twice. So there's essentially two, what we're calling verse sections, and then we play it again underneath the guitar solo. Again, I did the lesson on the guitar solo a while back, and you can go check that out on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below. All right, this next section starts with A minor. The strum pattern is slightly different, very slightly here. We don't have that little 16th note thing happening. It's a quarter note and then eighth notes. It starts on an A minor. And the strum pattern is down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And if we're going to count it, it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So let's do it. A minor. D7. D minor. E. A minor. B7. E minor. A7. And then we're back into the G chord. Now let's just go run over those again. The chords are A minor, D7, B minor, E major, A minor, B7, B as in boy, E minor, then A7. Okay. So now to our outro, which is essentially a verse, and then we vamp on the G chord, and then to finish up the tune, there's this little, very similar to the intro, but this time when we hammer down, we're going to grab also the first fret of the second string along with the second fret of the fourth string and muting that fifth string with the underside of our third. So it ends up, which, if we want to get technical about it, it ends up being a C chord over a G bass. And it's a very common thing you hear in folk and country music where it's where you add those two notes. Sometimes they're hammered, like in that case, or in this case. So again, goes through a verse part, then the G vamp, that last measure and last down strum is, and there you have it. And that is measure 52 on the tablature that again you can grab at jonathantorgrimson.com. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if you did, please subscribe, please like the video, and go on over to Jonathan Torgrimson to grab that tab and just say hello and see some of my other lessons and some of my original music, etc. And thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching my video. Take care.